do it, or it's an incredibly brutal way
What
to do
a
it, and it's
choke.
going to
I
create
just-
new generations of Hamas terrorists.
Is
You
that
know,
for real right now?
I know that it's tough, and I just don't know what their course of action. Obviously, what they're doing now is extreme and I think counterproductive. What would have been the move? Do you think they have a right to defend themselves when something like that happens?
Under international law, does Israel have the right to defend itself if people are coming? Like, do they have the right to defend themselves by going into Gaza and carpet bombing Gaza? Absolutely not.
Right.
Do they have the right to defend themselves once Hamas is in these kibbutzes? Sure, that's a different story because
when
Hamas
they take
is
the
right
hostages,
there.
right? So they have taken a bunch of hostages.
And so has Israel. Israel has thousands of political
let's
prisoners.
take
You
that.
look at the prisoners that Israel that
Put
they
in
were
this.
asked to release, and it reveals the barbarity of the situation. 300
Okay.
people. The vast majority are children. The vast majority have not been charged with anything. They just are languishing in detention. And like 30 of them have been charged for, have been held for just throwing rocks. I mean, these
Right.
people are held for years under administrative detention. Israel's the only country in the world that has military courts for kids. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So what is the answer that Israel should have done? I can't answer that. What I can answer is that I think that, you know, when we're talking about self-defense, no one talks about the right for self-defense of the people that they're actually occupying, and everyone's obsessed with Israel's right to have self-defense against the people that they're colonizing.
If the occupation ended tomorrow, what does that look like? Does it look like Palestinians living in Israel with full voting rights? What does that look? What does an ended occupation look like?
So you mentioned apartheid and how that works, and you know it is really stark because apartheid is an institutional system of discrimination and segregation against one racial group, right?
What
And the
about when
superiority
Jewish
of
people, Muslims live in
Yeah.
Israel? They sit on the Supreme Court. This is stuff that Noah said. Is that not true?
So it is true, and that's kind of all part of the ruse, just as the ruse is for the Palestinian Authority to have a semi-part of a control of Area A, you know, of the West Bank. Palestinian Authorities in
he's
control,
just
so the
trying to
Israelis can be like,
survive
no,
here.
they control themselves, not talking
Right.
about Area
That's an
B and
interesting
C
move.
and how Abbas is just basically an appendage of
Okay.
the Israeli state and
This is
everyone hates him.
pinned. All right, well, I can take that.
Israelis Muslims and Palestinians who have Israeli citizenship. They're
That's a mate.
tokenized,
We'll take those. All
and
right.
they have